Self-confidence versus self-consciousness. So being an actor, we spend a lot of time in public with people looking at us and observing us. And this can sometimes feel incredibly intimidating and scary. So what a lot of people tend to do is they tend to put on a mask. They tend to try and act braver than they really feel, particularly when they are in environments where they know that people are watching them. So therefore, as actors, we've gotten a little bit of a bad rap in terms of being overly confident and loud and brash and so on and so forth. For me, this kind of behavior does not actually indicate self confidence. It indicates to me often a lack of confidence, a lack of believing that you are enough within each moment, just existing as you are without having to draw attention to yourself. Now, for me, this quiet sense of confidence and trust in yourself is absolutely vital in dealing with people because we work in a people business. So you're dealing with casting directors and other actors and directors and producers. You want those people to want to work with you, but you don't want to impose yourself on them so that they become irritated and upset with the idea that you're imposing your own vision onto them. This is not a way to gain friends and win enemies, right? For me, I think it's important to understand that even if I'm present in a room, in a rehearsal, in an audition, or even on set or on stage, that I can quietly exist within myself without having to prove anything to anybody. I'm sure we've all been into the audition room where we've seen that loudmouth braggart who says, you know what, I don't know why you guys are bothering to audition for this because I know the casting director personally and they've already told me that they're going to cast me in this project. Trust me, this is not true. Because why would they be spending all this money to go through the casting process if they've already decided which actor is going to have the role? So try to avoid this toxic kind of brash overly confident energy. It's not useful. It's not useful to you. It's not useful, in fact, to that actor. What they're actually doing is they're damaging their reputation and they're not enjoying the process of being present with people and allowing the process to unfold as it unfolds. I've always encouraged my actors to not be that loudmouth, to absorb and observe the world around you, which you can't do if you are constantly delivering. You need to be able to sit back, to watch the world around you, quietly confident that people will realize your talent and your ability when it is your time and when you have engaged in the process enough. On the flip side of the coin, we also have self-consciousness. So this is again where we feel like the world is constantly observing and judging us because it's the judging that we don't like, right? But the reality of the fact is that we are engaged in a business where we're always going to be judged. People are always going to have an opinion about what we have done, whether for better or for worse. And our job as actors is to try not to be overly invested in how people receive the work that we deliver, whether that be in the audition room, on the stage, or on film. And again, it's part of this very strange dichotomy of being an actor, is that you have to be completely 100% passionate about everything that you do without being overly invested in the end results. And knowing that this world today, where there is like multitude of platforms to be able to communicate with the world, that there are always going to be trolls. There are always going to be people who don't like what you do. And that is their problem. That is how they have processed what your performance is about and has nothing to do with the work that you have put into it. I've seen a lot of actors become beaten down by this constant barrage of criticism and get to the point where they throw their hands up and they say, I'm done, I've had enough. Don't allow yourself to be this type of person because ultimately you're becoming a victim to other people's ideas and other people's thoughts. Banish the idea of self-consciousness. Be willing to reveal your own vulnerabilities, insecurities, and your foibles within yourself and know that people are going to judge them, and yet understanding that by doing so, you are giving your audience a gap and an insight into who you are and your truthfulness and honesty. And there will be people out there who will connect with that. It's part of our jobs as actors to be vulnerable, but that doesn't mean that we need to be insecure, and we need to be willing to allow people to see into our souls without thinking that it's going to take something away from us. For me, this is a really important distinction. So I'd like you to think about this idea of being that brash, out there person who's really in everybody's faces all the time, which is again an indication of insecurity, but also not becoming so self-conscious that you're unwilling to put yourself forward into dangerous and stressful situations, and therefore not allowing yourself the opportunity to express your talent. Be brave, be bold, go out there and grab life by the horns, because you only have one. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and like it down below. And also, I'd be so excited if you would press the subscribe button and press the bell so that you get notifications whenever I put a new video out. And I want to be able to provide you with tons of information about the wonderful world of acting. So get engaged with this channel, and always feel free to comment below and ask any questions, and I'll definitely try to answer them for you.